You know, there's some of you who send me Kevin Samuels videos. I don't click on his videos. I don't give him the clicks. I don't give him the views. You know, and I'm like, people are making videos to make money. YouTubers make videos to get clicks. If they don't get clicks, they won't make the videos to earn income. And so you've got to ask yourself, are you going to participate in his AdSense revenue? Kevin Samuel video where he actually talks about a world, fantasizes about a world where there are no women. And so I want to hear your point of view about this clip.
So I have a pretty simple argument, and it's that you all need us to procreate.
Why can't we survive in the world we built? Survival and reproduction are two different things. We don't need you to survive. We need you to reproduce. You need us to survive and reproduce. Well, I'll just give it this way. There's a character in Marvel's Avengers, and he had a special glove. And when he's got the special glove, he snapped his finger, and he snapped, and when half of the population in the universe just disappeared into dust instantly. Get that concept?
I get the fictitious concept that
okay, good. And the men all disappear into dust. All that's left is women. All. No men anywhere. All women survive, all men are gone. From that moment on, you ladies worldwide are running out of time because the men kept the power plants running. Those power plants are not self-sustaining. They must be maintained. And who is going to go maintain them? You have to get women to go someplace and learn what needs to be done, get proficient at what needs to be done in order to keep all these women. She said no women would die. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, you think women are perfect.
Not at all. Not at all. I just
well, tell me how women. So tell me how all women would survive if only 5% in your mind run the power plants, and I give you 20%. You can't have 20% of people doing what 80% of people were doing.
Yeah, I just don't think that we would evaporate. I mean, in your fiction,
I didn't say evaporate. I said you, ma'am. Now you're being facetious.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. I didn't say you would evaporate. I said you would start dying. You're boiling water. And you got a big old pot, you're boiling water. Where's the water going to come from? Because it's seawater. How are you going to capture the water that's, well, first of all, do you even know how this process works? You boil water.
I'm not a psychologist, so no, I don't. I don't profess
so,
to be.
So you will go get some seawater, boil it, drink it, and then die. Because you don't understand that you cannot drink ocean water. And you don't realize that the water you're supposed to be drinking is in steam form. And if you don't have a way to collect the steam and condense it back down into drinking water, you would drink the wrong water, just like eating the wrong berry. And see that TikTok? That's dying. And see, most women are like you. They run out to the beach and everybody's at the beach. Thank you for proving that you don't even know how to get water. And you got 3 days. Ma'am, it's not an insult. It's not an insult, ma'am.
I don't take it as an insult. This is a fair conversation. And I would propose to you, if you think that all men are capable of doing the exact thing.
No. See, the difference between men is the difference between men and you is we already run the infrastructure. Stuff will keep coming. We'd still have water. We'd have water in our faucet. We'd have bottled water. See, that's the difference. We're already doing it. And I just explained to you how you don't even know how the basic stuff human beings have had to do since we've been on this planet. You don't even know how to do it. You don't know how to even understand that there's not drinkable water. See, this is what I meant about Bear Grylls, The Island. Women just think shit happened. Men would not have to do it because we're already doing it, man. If women were disappeared, you know what would happen? We would have an abundance because the women that are gone, men wouldn't have to produce for all the men and all the women. All the men would just have to produce for the men. We would have overflow because we wouldn't have to carry you guys anymore. Can you at least acknowledge that? That's simple math. If you guys disappeared like that, the men who are already producing at 80% wouldn't have to produce for 51% of women. That means all the additional water that women were drinking, all the food would still be there. Men would have plenty. Uh-oh. Can you at least give me that?
Listen.
Can you give me that? Don't tell me to listen. Can you give me that? Because we're already doing it.
All right. So you all heard everything that I heard, right? What do you think about that? If women just disappeared, men would have so many more resources to just share among other men. What does that sound like to you? Let me do a survey of the heterosexual men in the audience, right? heterosexual men, how many years in numbers would you want to live on this earth if there were no women? Heterosexual men, please answer.
But that's not what we're talking about.
Ah, but that's what I'm talking about.
When you do the extreme close-up, right, the human mind creates the rest of the image for the head. So you can crop in as close as you want to, because the human mind will create the information even that it doesn't see. And that's kind of like what it is that we do online. We create a narrative, and that narrative is the black man is a conquered male. This is why I say divest. There's some bad apples in this bunch. Divest. My matchmaking service works on connecting black women in America with black men from Africa and the diaspora. Divest. So that's what I do. I'm standing over here waiting around in shallow waters. This is why I say divest. Divest. I have my degree in media art. My bachelor's is in media arts. I'm going to be attending grad school at an Ivy League school and getting my degree in psychology, going up to the doctorate level. Yes. So you all know that. Okay. So show us your balance sheet. If you're a PhD, you're at least $100,000 in debt. They don't want to give up to women, and they don't want to share, and how women are gold diggers, but you don't have gold. Nigga, what is your wallet size? Nigga. Women are gold diggers, and show me your net worth, son. Women are gold diggers, and you worried about all this ass I got over here. Nigga, where's your money? Women are gold diggers, and where's your money? What are you working with over there? Son, you're not in my category. Sit your black ass down, nigga. Women are gold diggers, and you want to attract a woman on this broadcast? Show us what 2 dimes you have to roll together. Women are gold diggers, and nigga, you can't afford my clothes. Come on, you want to take me shopping, bitch? Come on, you don't need to worry about all of that over here. Women are gold diggers, and the narrative is created from the little seeds that they plant. Oh, divest. Relish in the degradation and the denigration of black men in this country. Nigga, what is the size of the chokehold around your motherfucking neck that you can't stop the white man from squeezing the life out of you? Relish in the degradation and the denigration of black men in this country. Nigga, what is the size of that white man's balls on your back as he's pressing the knee into your throat, son? Relish in the degradation and the denigration of black men in this country. This is why I say divest. Little hoes on the, listen, let me rewind that back. Forgive me. I didn't mean to go there. Relish in the degradation and the denigration of black men in this country. And when he puts out these messages to these people with their comprehension issue, and he's like, oh, imagine a world without women. They take up all of these resources. When the data shows that the economy is really held together by single mothers who are working and putting food on the table for the children.
Who told you that?
We create a narrative. The narrative is created from the little seeds that they plant. The black man is a conquered male. Divest. White men build the roads that you drive on. Well, divest. Where are all these accomplishments of the black male in this country? Where are they? I'm talking about the present day. Divest. Now we know that we were the mind and the genius behind many inventions, but your inventions were pilfered off from you and handed off as somebody else's. The black man is a conquered male. Divest. You all can see, you hear his crotchety ear. You know he's effeminate, and now he's talking about being in some situation with boys, fantasizing about women not being on this earth and how the resources could be shared among men. Do I need to play that for you all again? Let's play the audio for you all again, since it seems like you're not hearing what I'm saying. I'll play the audio for you. Don't worry. I got you.
Survival and reproduction are 2 different things. We don't need you to survive. We need you to reproduce. You need us to survive and reproduce. And the men all disappear into dust. All that's left is women. All. No men anywhere. All women survive, all men are gone. From that moment on, you ladies worldwide are running out of time because the men kept the power plants running. Those power plants are not self-sustaining. They must be maintained. And who is going to go maintain them?
To you, if you think that all men are capable of doing the exact thing
we already run the infrastructure. Stuff will keep coming. You don't know how to even understand that there's not drinkable water. See, this is what I meant about Bear Grylls, The Island. Women just think shit happens. Men would not have to do it because we're already doing it, man. If women were disappeared, you know what would happen? We would have an abundance because the women that are gone, men wouldn't have to produce for all the men and all the women. All the men would just have to produce for the men. We would have overflow.
Okay, let's pause it right there. Let's pause it right there. This man is confused. See, this is what happens when you have a conquered male submissive to the dominant male. In an effort to volley for their own power, to jockey for some sort of footing, they take on the accomplishments of the men who have accomplished. We would still have water in Naker that you still don't have water in Flint. You talking about what infrastructure? What infrastructure are black men? And you listening to a man, an old, effeminate ass man who is talking to you about a world with no women. How you need to dominate over these women, how men this and men don't need to change because a man doesn't need nothing from a woman but some pussy and some procreation. But meanwhile, he's gearing you up for a world where men are sitting around together with their arms hooked, feeding each other their fucking resources. Are you not listening?
But that's not what we're talking about.
Ah, but that's what I'm talking about.
Divest. When you do the extreme close-up, right, the human mind creates the rest of the image for the head. So you can crop in as close as you want to because the human mind will create the information even that it doesn't see. And that's kind of like what it is that we do online. We create a narrative. And that narrative is, I made more than 6 figures when I had TKO skin. I lived in my car. I was going after my dream. I fell. You all supported me. I raised $12,000 in 7 days because of the 8 years before that I poured into you all, that when I needed help, you all helped. I lived in my car. There was no fronting. I make more than 6 figures now. I lived in my car. Sit your black ass down, nigga. I own Bitcoin, but never being seen at a cash register. What the hell you talking about? You wish you could live like me. You damn right. I lived in my car. Come on. You talking some foolishness over there. We create a narrative, and that narrative is relishing the degradation and the denigration of black men in this country because in your hatred of yourself, you hate those who look like you. And in your own internal loathing, you want to annihilate, you want to denigrate, you want to degrade, you relish in the degradation and the denigration of black men in this country. So many people out there, 7 billion people on this planet. This is why I say divest. There's some bad apples in this bunch. Divest. My matchmaking service works on connecting black women in America with black men from Africa and the diaspora. So that's what I do. I'm not standing over here waiting around in shallow waters. Listen, on that note, I'm gonna let you all get out of here.
See, Joy, that's the beauty of argument. Because if you argue correctly, you're never wrong.
Listen, we don't call women out of their name on my channel. If you want to get blocked, just come out and call women out of their name. Bitch, please.